Oh yeah, check out that oil pressure pre-lube. All right, let's see if this thing starts. See what the sensor does. Hi guys, updates. There's been a few just like little shit going wrong. Did a starter, O2 sensor. The O2 sensor is weird. Like why? I have two O2 sensors, right? One's for the gauge and the other's for the Holly, the Terminator. And they both use the same sensor. It's a Bosch 4.9 or whatever it is. LSU. Anyway, there's like 3 or 4 part numbers that work that interchange. I had a sensor laying in my house. I plug it in. Well, first of all, what the Holly started doing was it started jumping around. Like the AFR was all over the place. Like it would bounce up to like 35 and then down to 7 or 9 or whatever. And it was just all over the place. So what I did in a pinch was I went into the software on the laptop and just turned off the closed loop and learning, so it was just running off the base fuel map, which is it's dialed in pretty good, but what you get is it doesn't vary with the weather or whatever, you know, plus or minus 5% or whatever as it changes with the weather. But so yeah, I had a sensor laying around. I put it in and it's still bouncing around all over the place. I'd go for a little drive, it's, you know, it immediately starts just wrecking the learn table, dumping fuel in it, saying it's lean. So I turned it off again. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? So start shopping around. They're like 80 bucks. I can get one cheaper on Amazon if I wait a couple days, or they used to be like overnight, but whatever. So being that I have 2 sensors, one for the gauge, one for the, I just swapped it. I put the one for the gauge on the Holly and it's working great. But then the one that I had laying in the house that I tried with the Holly that wasn't working works fine for the gauge. Help me make it make sense. I don't get it. So it doesn't work for the Holly, but it works for the gauge. So I'm gonna go take it for a ride and see if it's actually fixed or not. But and then the other thing was the starter. Took me a little bit to figure it out what was going on. Like I took it out a couple times and it was like hard cranking, like I'm like, oh, tell me this battery's starting to die. So I looked at the battery and the date on it was October 2020 or whatever. I'm like, all right, well, maybe I need a new battery. Go to Walmart. Yes, Walmart batteries. So the Walmart battery's been in there. That's what I bought. It was $79. Brand new battery. Come back, put the battery in, still hard cranking. And then it just wouldn't crank. I'm like, what the fuck? So it's not even like clicking, like, you know, usually it'll click if you have a battery issue. Oh, let me rewind. One thing that happened that was really scary is this water pump. I don't know if you're familiar with LS water pumps, but there's a couple of different ones. Like there's the F-body one, there's a truck one, and then there's like the Corvette ones or whatever. There's a couple of different styles and spacings for the water pump. This is a truck water pump, and then what my brother did was it has the outlet for the main water neck is on the top, but it points like to the passenger side. So he removed it. It's just pressed in. Removed it. He cut it, turned it so it kind of points straight, and then it goes over, because it's a traditional old school radiator with one inlet on the driver's side and one on the passenger side. So it hangs a left to go over to the driver's side, but that's pressed in. And I took it for a ride and I floored it one time, and all of a sudden just steam and water starts coming through the, hold on, oh man, let me see if I could show you, hold on. I have the functional hood louvers, so the water neck's right there. It started spraying water all over my windshield. I go into full-on panic mode. I'm like, what the hell? Did I just blow a hose? And it's just like billowing out of just all over the windshield. I wasn't far from home, so I made it home. So I get home, and yeah, that water neck part that's pressed into the water pump just popped out. So the first thing that pops into my mind is head gasket. You know, like it's building pressure in the coolant system, and that's why that blew off. Which it might be happening, but maybe not that much. I don't know. Anyway, long story short, I fixed that and pressed it back in, and I sealed it up with some gray silicone. If that doesn't hold it, then maybe I know there's like a screw in, I can tap it and put a fitting there. I don't know, we'll figure that out if it becomes an issue. But yeah, so long story short, I thought the motor was hydrolocked, and that's why I wouldn't crank over. So I jacked the car up, and I'm like, let me see if I can crank the motor over, like by hand. And of course, I didn't have the socket for it. I have the ATI balancer on here, and it's a 12 point, you know, so I have to go buy the socket. You know, it's freaking $20 for a socket. Anyway, so I get under there and I start cranking it with the ratchet. Motor turns over fine. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with this thing? And I'll start looking, maybe I melted a wire, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I'm like, finally, it must be the starter. I pull the starter. I start shopping around for starters. They're like $180 for an AutoZone starter. I'm like, what the fuck? So I go to this local place, College Truck Parts. Well, at first I asked Matt Happel about it. You know, where's he getting his starters from? And yeah, he's like, I go to Collis. They got shelves and shit of them, so just be careful. There's different lengths, blah, blah, blah. So I'll go there, match it up, $50, new starter, fire it up, boom, perfect. So that's what we're dealing with now. The sensor, starter's good, battery's good, coolant seems to be good. So yeah, seems okay. I think I have some other issue with the boost. I don't know quite what to make of it yet. It just seems really laggy. And then the other thing that's suspect is the duty cycle on the boost controller has changed. Like, it used to be like 58% duty cycle would give me like 20 pounds, 21 pounds. And now I'm not even seeing like 10 or 15. So I don't know if I checked the lines, they seem okay. Maybe I have a leak somewhere, or maybe the diaphragm's ripped on one of the wastegates, or it's stuck open. But it does seem like it's a little laggier. I don't know. It's just, or maybe it's, no, it's definitely, I was going to say maybe I'm just used to driving the ZL1, which is a lot more punchier. That thing, the throttle response on that thing is nuts, and this thing is just a lag monster. But it just seems worse. It seems real bad lately, and so I'm thinking maybe the wastegates are fucked up in some way, or because if it was stuck open, it's just a constant exhaust leak past the turbine, and yeah. Oh, I also found something here. I'll show you guys. All right, there's the old turbies. Yeah, check this out. You see that? Oh god, my downpipe's cracked, so I gotta have somebody weld that up for me. Oh yeah, one other thing. I got the showed it in the first video there. The brain fart oil accumulator working again. I had an issue where the electronic valve just stopped working. So I don't know what was up with that, but I bought another one and put that on. So now I got the oil accumulator working again. Hold on. I don't know if you can see down there that it's holding pressure now. So yeah, that's just an oil tank, and it's got a cylinder in there, so it's kind of neat. It helps in, what will happen is if it ever loses oil pressure, it'll backfeed into the motor, and then keep you from, you know, starving the bearings like in a high G4 situation or whatever. And also it gives you like another 2 quarts of oil. So, but yeah, this is what it does for me. Yeah, so you get an oil pressure before you even start the thing. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, let's take this puppy for a ride. Like I said, I want to try, make sure the sensor's working okay. And maybe I'll do a pull and a data log to see what the boost is doing. Because like I said, the duty cycle is way up and the boost is not. So the boost is going somewhere. I don't know. All right, let's go for a ride. Okay, let's get this Holly fired up. Download from ECU. Okay. See, did I turn on the closed loop? Okay, we'll turn that on. Enable the closed looper. Learn parameters. Enable the fuel learn. Boom. Okay. USB link it. We're gonna send it to the ECU. Okay. All right. See what the line table's doing here. Got 0 learn, 14 AFR, 13, 12. It's nice out today. I should take the tops off. Yeah, so the sensor, hey, don't be getting on the fritz here now, Mr. 13. Saw it tagging 16 a little bit. That one's rock steady. That's what I mean. I hope I don't have a different issue. It's not the sensor. Did a Holly go bad like that? Like the sensor driver? With the exhaust closed. Put it up. That sounds better. Sensors, I don't know, seems okay. I don't know. I'm gonna find out here. Start the data log. I only saw like 8 psi there earlier. Then it sounded like the gate opened at the end. Weird. Very strange. Yeah, my freaking laptop died, god damn it. But I think I only saw like 7 pounds on there. It's so weird. I don't know what's happening. It felt like a turd, and you know, on the data log it's only 8 psi, so I don't know. it's at 62% on the duty cycle. That was like 25 pounds, I think, on the dyno. I mean, even on the street, like when I had it at, you know, Pocono, when I took it to Pocono. I don't like beating on it with oncoming traffic. When I was younger, I would do dumb shit like that, but now I usually abort the mission if there's cars coming the other way. Sounds cool though. Yeah, I mean, it feels alright for 8 pounds of boost, but it should be way more than that. So I guess I'll see what's going on there. Check the lines, check the gates. Alright, so that's it for now. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta see what's up with the waste gates. Maybe the diaphragms are ripped, or it's stuck open or something, or the lines are cracked. They're those hard plastic lines, so maybe they're cracked and leaking. Part of me wants to put, like, I still have the lines from my old manual boost controller on there. Maybe hook that up and just see if it's. Well, that won't tell you nothing anyway, because the more you crank it, the higher the boost goes. So I don't know. Oh yeah, there was one other thing I wanted to show you. Hold on a second. So this guy, I met him a couple times now. He's got like a mint 87 Iroc, like a burgundy, and he gave me these seals. These are the seals for the doors and shit, because mine are shot. Yeah. So he gave them to me because he didn't think they were soft enough. I think maybe he just didn't give them enough time to settle in. But he basically said you had to slam the door and stuff. So I get what he's saying. Like, different brands, they're pretty bad. But I can never remember his freaking name. Shout out to him. Thank you so much. I'm gonna try him on, and if I have the same issue as him, then I'll just have to buy a different brand. I'll do some research and see which brand is better. But yeah, some new rubbers for the doors. Anyway, that's it for now. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'll see what's up with the boost controller. I mean, the wastegate and shit. Alright, see you on the next one.